down 19 points at the end of the first, so we lose by 11, or 9 rather, so easy math there.
Julius Randle played well, really kind of felt like he was trying to will the team back into it.
I mean, we had some guys play well individually, but we didn't, connect the dots very well tonight, and that's what we've been doing so well. So, but yeah, it was a super physical game. We knew that was coming, and Julius was really good playing through all the contact and all the fouls.
Chris, just in the first quarter offensively, just was it the physicality of their defense that got it?
Yeah, I think so. A little bit that, and we couldn't finish at the rim. We were 2 for 8, and we missed our first 3 free throws. So I think I looked up at one point, if we were made our free throws, it was a 2-point game, and then make a couple of layups, we're probably in the lead. So.
Your bench has always been so good. Just so, I mean, what did you see from the lack of shot making and impact, I guess? From
foul trouble, obviously, from Dante and Nas. Kept them from really trying to find a rhythm in the game. I didn't think we did a really good job of finding open shots tonight. So,
you mentioned pregame about needing to see kind of what their adjustments were going to be. How do you kind of maybe strike that line of figuring out what they're doing, but also having urgency and energy from the start? Because it seemed like that was lacking early on.
You thought our energy was lacking early on,
or maybe the decision making.
Yeah, I think. I thought our energy was good early on. Okay. I thought guys actually were playing hard, and they needed a second wind early. Our execution was not good. They didn't really make a ton of tactical adjustments. They just were super physical, holding on a lot of the screens, and being aggressive and trying to jump out on a lot of screens, and pressuring the ball a lot more. So.
Obviously, Luka and Reeves, they're trying to get Rudy in isolation. How do you think overall, when you think back over these 2 games, Rudy has acquitted himself in those situations?
Rudy's a -2. So, his impact on the floor remains pretty strong.
The off-ball movement was awesome in Game 1. What do you attribute it seemingly kind of falling off here tonight, too?
Yeah, sticky at the point of attack. Got to get off it a little earlier. So.
Do you think there's a reason for that, or is that just maybe just not as sharp on the game plan in that sense?
Yeah, I think ball pressure kind of got us a little bit, kind of sideways, left and right, rather than into the gap and downhill. So.
How do you feel like your guys responded to the upped physicality that they brought?
Over the course of the game, I thought we did a good job, but we were down so big. So,
Coach, you still split. You go back home tied. Yeah. Anything particular you tell your team now going forward?
It's you got to be better than tonight. But it's going to be a long series. We thought from the beginning, and just as we're good enough to win on this floor, they're good enough to win on our floor. So we'll see what Game 3 brings.
You mentioned the foul trouble. Nas and Dante were such a burst for you guys in the first half of Game 1, and not having them. What did them specifically not being able to be out there in the first half, kind of what was lacking then?
Not having them on the floor, what was lacking?
Yeah.
Shooting, obviously, movement, playing with a lot of activity as they do.
It did seem like the ball and body movement wasn't there as much as it was in Game 1. Is that as simple as just doing it, or were there elements of it that you could have tweaked?
I think it was just we didn't. I thought early on and throughout most of the game, we just didn't make the right play when it was in front of us. So.
Terrence got some run in the first half. Was that a product of the foul trouble, or did you intentionally come in with the plan to go to him for a few minutes
we thought he might be helpful in this series. His ability to get out and run, and his ability to get to the hole, with force. Thought he did a really good job in those minutes. So.
I got in late, so I don't know if this was asked, but
sure.
There were very few threes taken down the stretch of the game. You were 5 for 24 anyway, but trying to get back that much of a margin with twos, should you have gone from outside a little bit more?
I thought we turned down some threes all night long, to be quite honest with you. There's some open threes all night long. So,
Chris, do you feel good about the defense that you guys are playing?
Sure.
To hold it where they were at.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's we're not. You can't give them a steady diet of any one thing, and we shot 38% tonight. I don't think it was our defense that let us down. So. Thanks.